Okay, so yeah, the piece Preludio de un Diamante is a piece that I wrote for the sTem trio. First of all, I want to say it was a real treat working with them. It was a very easy piece to write. It was like every composer's dream. It sort of wrote itself, and that's what you usually want to happen with every piece, but unfortunately that's not the case. But here it was really easy when they approached me to write a piece, especially with some sort of, North American vibe to it. I immediately knew that I wanted to set my friend's poetry. My friend Fausto Alzati is a fantastic poet that I've known for the longest time, and I've always been a big fan of his writing, and I've always thought that he has a very powerful way to depict his feelings and his life's the events that have shaped himself in his life. And so I knew immediately that I wanted to set that music, and this looked like the perfect opportunity to do that. So I went back to read some of his work, and I found 3 different poems, and I took excerpts from them, from each poem, and I set that to music. And so the idea was to have the words and the imagery and sort of like the vibe of the actual words and the poems to come out in the music itself. So I tried to create a backdrop using the colors of the clarinet and the piano to sort of enhance the voice, the real projection of the voice through these words, which are already really powerful by themselves. So it's always a very hard thing to try to add something to something that's already very good and very powerful. So that was definitely a challenge. But these guys did a fantastic job, and that's pretty much what I tried to do with the piece. It's a 3-movement piece, and sort of through compose. It doesn't really have a set form, but I guess the dramatic arc of the piece, is very sort of typical. It starts out quiet and sort of has like a climactic point, and then dies down in the end. And yeah, so it was a very, very easy piece to write, even if the topic of the text, the subject of the text, are really is sometimes even violent and aggressive and upsetting in some cases. So yeah, Preludio de un Diamante, loved it.